Hello and welcome to quite possibly the best day of my life. xTool was kind enough to send me their new P3, which is the most massive, intelligent CO2 laser. It's 80 watt. It's like my dream. Like, this was actually a bucket list thing to work with xTool / have one of their lasers. And I had been waiting on the right one. And when they reached out to me for the P3, I could not believe it. It is going to completely level up my game. I do a lot of faux stained glass. I do a lot of stuff for miniatures. I have another laser back here, much smaller. I use it all of the time, but this thing is about to be my best friend. And we're gonna go through life together and maybe we'll fall in love. Who knows? They also sent me a bunch of accessories, including a conveyor belt. So it's kind of like a Cricut where you can have a long piece and it goes like through the back and forth. So you can cut absolutely massive pieces of wood. And I am just so excited. Also, don't mind the mess. You're just gonna have to accept that's who I am. You can't be perfect. That wouldn't be fair, right? So my garage is a mess. What are you gonna do about it? Let's get started. Before I can do the actual laser, I need to set up the workstand because that's where the laser's gonna go. It's so nice that they sent me this. It has wheels on it, so I'll be able to wheel around the laser. Like I said, it's kind of like a Cricut where you have to have space in the back, so I can't just line it up here if I want to use the conveyor belt feature. Looks like it's a nice white wood. I'm also going to be saving this. This is good for packaging. Never ever throw it away, especially if you're an artist. Okay, so everything is out. Now we're gonna take a look at the instructions and see if we can put this thing together. Very sturdy. Next, we're going to fit these guys into the grooves. Wow, what a perfect fit. Okay. Cute. Oh my gosh, so easy. We've got 2 short ones and 2 long ones. I'm supposed to rotate the stand 90 degrees and screw it into the bottom. I'll be using this guy and this guy to go into the bottom. Now that that is done, I've got them on all sides. I gotta take this guy and put them on there and there. And I get to take these boards and I will be attaching them to the top. So I'm gonna line up. Now I'm supposed to rotate it again and put the feet on the bottom so this thing can scoot around. Cool. And now I get to do that on the rest of the sides. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, it looks like a test sheet maybe. This is nice. Oh my God, this thing is huge. Oh, no. I am still a little out of breath. Our neighbors just came and it took 4 of us to lift this up. She's very heavy. She's not casual, but it's up here. I think if I do that, this thing can move around. So maybe we should test it out. Okay, so this I can do by myself. And I don't know why I was worried about the height because this is pretty freaking tall. So let's maybe open this up. We've got some tubes, some sort of ventilation, clearly damaged. Don't know what that means. Open the lid and take out the items. Did that. I believe I'm supposed to remove these green tabs. Oh, there's a third one. Next, I'm supposed to insert this little thing into this thing on the side. Okay, thing in the thing. I turn this thing to the right to reset it. Now it wants me to do some math with the antifreeze. I don't think it freezes here ever. but I'm gonna do some Googling because it's in Celsius. I live in Southern California, so if anything, it's gonna need anti-boiling in here, but let me do some math and see where we end up. From what I understand, because I don't live in an area where it gets below freezing, I am going to fill this area with about 5 cups of distilled water and no antifreeze. Gives you this little thing right here. I'm gonna be keeping my eye out for this gauge over here. Now I'm at the point already somehow where I can plug this thing in. So now I'm going to put this guy together. It is the Safety Pro AP2 ? I put one side in the back, one side in here. I turn it on. Seems like a fan starts. Hello again. It's been a couple weeks since I set this bad boy up. I have experimented on it a little bit, but the reason for my delay is I got horrible food poisoning immediately after setting it up. It had nothing to do with the laser, but I was like on my deathbed for 2 weeks. So now 2 weeks later, I am getting ready to set up the conveyor belt. So we're gonna go do that right now and see if we can get it to work. So I'm gonna unscrew all of these guys around here. And then I can just remove this magnetic panel. Next, I'm going to unscrew these front screws. And this should fold down, nice. I will connect this in here. Now I'm gonna place this in the back of the laser. That is it installed and plugged in over there. Now I'm going back to the front and screwing in all of these, apparently. Now I'm gonna put this rubber smoke shield right over here. Comes with adhesive. Now I'm going to set these guys up. You basically just screw those pieces together. So I'm going to do that really quick. Now at this point, I turned on my laser and I have to admit with the combination of the air filter and the laser, it is pretty loud. But after a couple of tries, I was finally able to get it to work. You can see kind of the mess ups and I ended up switching my wood, but it turned out so cool and it was pretty quick. So I just finished cutting my first large scale piece on this laser using the conveyor belt feature. I will say there was a little bit of frustration and confusion at the beginning. It was not a seamless process for me. However, I am the type of person to be full of user error, so I'm sure some of that was part of it. The first piece that I did randomly stopped cutting. I don't know why. There were a lot of can't find sensor notifications, but once I got it working, it worked fine. It cut it out. It didn't go all the way through, but I've had that problem a bunch with lasers with this is a random scrap plywood that came with our house. And I didn't really know what type of wood it was. So it's always a risk when you're cutting a wood that you don't know anything about. But I love how the piece turned out. I'm going to paint this. It's a bunch of snakes. I don't know if you can see the heads. I am going to paint this and I'm super excited about it. And in general, I'm just so excited about the possibilities for this laser. I feel like I haven't opened my mind up to all the things that I could do with it. I was initially planning on doing some faux stained glass, but the wood that I had, and this is that wood, was just so warped and it had to be exactly the right size. So I'm going to get some more wood for that and I'll probably do another video on that. If not on YouTube, then definitely on TikTok and Instagram, because I've been meaning to do some kind of more permanent stained glass pieces permanent faux stained glass pieces for my front windows. So I will definitely be doing that. I was just a little intimidated to do that for the first project. So once I get some bigger, nicer, straighter, flatter wood, I will definitely be doing that. Overall, this was more of an expert level laser than I am used to. I did struggle a little bit just because it was a little bit more complicated. It wasn't necessarily hard, but there were a lot of steps. And it's one of those things where once you know what you're doing or you're doing wrong, you're like, oh, okay, I understand, I'm not gonna do that again. But there is kind of a little bit of a learning curve. I love that I can do absolutely giant pieces with this. And I love how large even just the bed is. I actually think now that I'm holding this up, I might have been able to, had I had, you know, cut the piece of wood down, cut this size just in the regular bed. I didn't need the conveyor belt, but the software is super, super easy to use, just as easy as my old laser. There are tons of images like preloaded on there. If you're an artist like myself, it's super easy to upload an image and use the outline feature to cut it out, and then you can paint it. This was based on a painting I had already done. But overall, I am so, so excited to have this. There are so many doors that are gonna open for me, and I wanna thank xTool so much for sending this to me. This is not the last time you will see this on my page, that is for sure. I just need to allow myself to open my mind to the possibility of doing large scale stuff, because there's so many things I would think of and then shut down because I didn't have a laser big enough. Also, this is going to be able to cut way thicker wood, and it also can cut acrylic, which is super exciting. I've never had a laser that could cut plastic or acrylic before. So it's so cool. I'm so excited to use it. Once you get the techniques down, I think this is gonna be such an easy laser. Just based on the way the software is, it's kind of like, oh, here's what's wrong, this is what you need to do about it. So I look forward to continuing to learn, and let me know what you guys think I should make in the comments. Thank you so, so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and happy making.